Hollywood legends often live larger-than-life stories on screen. But when it comes to Kurt Russell, the tale of his life off-screen may be just as remarkable. After decades of dominating the silver screen with unforgettable performances from action-packed blockbusters to heartfelt dramas, Russell has quietly amassed a fortune that has left fans and family members alike astonished. His financial success is a testament not just to his talent, but to decades of savvy career choices, investments, and a lifestyle that blends Hollywood glamour with careful discretion. But the story of Kurt Russell's fortune is not only about numbers. It's about the emotional weight and unexpected consequences that come with wealth. Rumors have swirled about how his assets have impacted his family, sparking intrigue and speculation. In some circles, it's said that his fortune has caused tension, jealousy, and even tears among relatives, a reminder that while money can bring comfort, it can also complicate relationships in surprising ways. The actor, known for his rugged charm and offbeat sense of humor, has never been one to flaunt his wealth. Yet behind the scenes, his lifestyle and careful management of his earnings have positioned him as one of Hollywood's most financially successful stars. From lucrative film contracts to shrewd real estate investments, Russell has built a legacy that will outlive him, ensuring both security and influence for generations to come. As we dive deeper into Kurt Russell's life, career, and the fortune that has left his family in emotional turmoil, we uncover a story that blends Hollywood glitz with real human emotions. This isn't just a tale of money. It's a story of love, family dynamics, loyalty, and the surprising ways in which wealth can shape the lives of those closest to a superstar. Kurt Russell's journey to becoming a Hollywood legend is a story of talent, timing, and determination. Born in 1951 in Springfield, Massachusetts, Russell was immersed in the entertainment world from an early age. His father, Bing Russell, was an actor, giving Kurt a first-hand glimpse into the intricacies of show business. By the time he was a teenager, Kurt was already appearing in films and television shows, proving that he had the charisma and skill to thrive in an industry known for its cutthroat nature. Russell's early career was marked by steady growth. He transitioned from child actor to teen heartthrob, appearing in Disney productions such as The Computer Wore Tennis Shoes and The Barefoot Executive. These roles established him as a bankable talent and set the stage for his more serious, mature performances in later years. Unlike many child stars who struggled to transition into adult roles, Kurt's versatility and natural presence allowed him to evolve seamlessly. By the 1970s and 1980s, Russell was taking on roles that would solidify his status as a Hollywood icon. From the action-packed escape from New York to the ensemble-driven backdraft, he demonstrated an uncanny ability to inhabit a wide range of characters. His performances weren't just about entertainment. They were about creating memorable, lasting impressions that would endure across generations. Each successful film added to his professional credibility, ensuring that studios sought him out for marquee projects. Parallel to his acting career, Russell made shrewd financial decisions that would later form the foundation of his fortune. He invested wisely in real estate, purchasing properties that appreciated steadily over decades. He also diversified his portfolio, understanding early that a career in Hollywood could be unpredictable and that long-term wealth required careful planning. Unlike some of his contemporaries, Kurt avoided extravagant spending that could erode his earnings, instead maintaining a balance between comfort and foresight. Personal choices also influenced his financial trajectory. Kurt maintained long-term relationships and partnerships that provided both stability and support, allowing him to focus on his craft without unnecessary distractions. His decision to collaborate with successful directors and producers consistently ensured that his films were not only critically acclaimed, but also commercially successful, adding significantly to his overall wealth. By the time the 1990s arrived, Kurt Russell was no longer just an actor. He was a brand. His name alone guaranteed audience interest and box office returns. Every role, from Tombstone to Stargate, further cemented his reputation and increased his earning potential. The combination of consistent work, smart investments, and careful career planning positioned him to accumulate a fortune that would leave most in awe. Yet, behind the glamorous exterior, Kurt's story was also about discipline, patience, and resilience. Hollywood is notoriously fickle, and many actors of his era struggled to maintain relevance. Russell, however, carefully navigated the industry, choosing projects that aligned with his personal and professional goals. It's this mix of talent, foresight, and unwavering dedication that ultimately allowed him to build the fortune that now has his family both amazed and, in some cases, emotionally overwhelmed. Kurt Russell's rise to fame was more than a tale of celebrity. It was a blueprint for longevity, success, and wealth accumulation in one of the world's most unpredictable industries. And while the films and accolades drew the public's attention, it was the careful, deliberate decisions behind the scenes that truly shaped the legacy he would leave behind. Kurt Russell's wealth is the product of decades of strategic decisions, hard work, and a career that spans more than 50 years. Yet, as impressive as the numbers are, it's the emotional impact of that fortune on his family that has sparked intrigue and, at times, heartbreak. While most would assume a fortune brings comfort and security, in Kurt's case, it has also revealed the complex dynamics that often accompany immense wealth. Russell's fortune is not just the result of box office earnings. It's also the outcome of wise investments and financial planning. Real estate, for example, has been a major contributor. Over the years, he acquired multiple properties, ranging from Hollywood Hills estates to private ranches, all of which appreciated significantly. These holdings are now valued in the tens of millions, forming a critical component of his overall net worth. Additionally, Kurt diversified into stocks, businesses, and other ventures, creating a safety net that would withstand fluctuations in Hollywood's unpredictable market. But while wealth can protect against financial instability, it can also stir emotional tension. Reports suggest that some family members have been overwhelmed by the sheer magnitude of what Kurt has amassed. In some cases, this has led to tears, not out of jealousy alone, but out of the pressure and responsibility associated with inheriting or being connected to such a vast fortune. Managing large estates, trust funds, and investments is no small task, and the emotional weight of legacy planning often rivals the financial complexity itself. For Kurt, family has always been a priority. He has long maintained a balance between his career and personal life, raising children and nurturing close relationships despite Hollywood's demands. However, his fortune has inadvertently amplified certain challenges. Decisions regarding inheritance, the distribution of assets, and the management of his estate have required careful deliberation. Even the most harmonious families can experience strain under such circumstances, as emotions run high and expectations vary. Beyond immediate family, the public has also speculated on how Kurt's fortune affects his extended circle, friends, long-term collaborators, and colleagues who have been part of his journey. While he is known for generosity and loyalty, the sheer scale of his wealth can create pressure points as people navigate gratitude, responsibility, and the complexities of financial planning. Yet, Kurt Russell himself has always approached wealth with pragmatism. Unlike some celebrities who flaunt their riches, he prefers discretion, letting his work and quiet generosity speak for themselves. The fortune that leaves some family members in tears is also a reflection of his careful stewardship, a legacy built not on impulse but on decades of thoughtful decisions. In interviews, he has occasionally hinted at the challenges of balancing fame, fortune, and family. "It's not just about money," he once said. "It's about making sure the people you love are taken care of and that they understand the responsibility that comes with what you've built." Sometimes that's harder than anything on screen. Ultimately, Kurt's wealth is both a blessing and a source of emotional complexity. It offers security and opportunity, but also requires navigation of human emotions, loyalty, gratitude, expectation, and sometimes even envy. The fortune he leaves behind is staggering in scale, yet it is the human stories intertwined with it, the tears, the joy, and the sense of responsibility that make it truly remarkable. Kurt Russell's financial legacy, then, is not just measured in dollars or properties. It's measured in impact, responsibility, and the delicate balance between family, fame, and fortune, a dynamic that few outside his inner circle fully understand. Kurt Russell's financial empire is not the product of luck. It is the result of decades of strategic thinking, careful planning, and a keen understanding of the entertainment industry. While many actors see their earnings evaporate due to poor choices or mismanagement, Kurt has consistently demonstrated foresight, ensuring that his fortune would grow steadily over time. His approach combines career discipline, investment acumen, and a personal philosophy rooted in long-term stability rather than flashy displays of wealth. At the core of Kurt's financial success is his disciplined approach to career choices. Unlike some actors who accept projects solely for immediate financial gain, Russell carefully selects roles that offer both professional satisfaction and lucrative returns. From blockbuster franchises like Escape from New York and Tombstone to family-friendly hits such as Sky High, each decision reflects a balance between artistic fulfillment and financial reward. By diversifying his filmography, Kurt has created a steady stream of income across genres and decades, ensuring his earnings remain consistent, even as Hollywood trends shift. Real estate has also played a significant role in his wealth accumulation. Kurt is known to have invested in properties that appreciate over time, from sprawling ranches to private estates in California. His holdings are not only luxurious but strategic, chosen for long-term value rather than purely aesthetic appeal. These assets form a stable backbone for his fortune, providing both security and flexibility for him and his family. Beyond career and real estate, Russell has diversified into other ventures, including stocks, business partnerships, and carefully selected endorsements. He understands that relying solely on acting income is risky, especially in an industry as unpredictable as Hollywood. By spreading his investments across multiple avenues, Kurt ensures that his wealth is resilient, capable of withstanding market fluctuations and career ebbs and flows. Another key to Kurt's financial success is his frugality and discretion. Unlike many celebrities, he avoids ostentatious spending on luxury items simply for show. Instead, he prioritizes thoughtful purchases and long-term investments, a strategy that has preserved and multiplied his wealth over time. His personal lifestyle reflects balance, comfort, and security, without excessive indulgence, an approach that allows him to enjoy his fortune without becoming a victim of it. Family considerations also influence his financial strategy. Russell has long been deliberate about protecting his loved ones and planning for the future. Estate planning, trusts, and legal structures are in place to safeguard assets and ensure a smooth transition for his heirs. While some family members may feel the weight of such a fortune emotionally, Kurt's careful management ensures that his wealth benefits those he loves while maintaining fairness and accountability. Ultimately, Kurt Russell's fortune is a reflection of discipline, foresight, and strategic thinking. It is the product of decades of hard work, smart career choices, and a prudent approach to investing and spending. It's a blueprint for wealth accumulation in an unpredictable industry, and a reminder that true fortune comes not from flashy displays but from careful planning, patience, and an unwavering commitment to long-term goals. Even as fans marvel at his cinematic legacy, it's this behind-the-scenes mastery of finances that makes Kurt Russell's fortune extraordinary, a carefully built empire that secures both his legacy and the well-being of his family, while also proving that wealth, when managed wisely, can be a source of stability, not stress. Kurt Russell's fortune is undeniably impressive. But beyond the financial figures lies a more human story, one that involves family, responsibility, and emotional complexity. While money can provide comfort and security, it can also carry weight, especially when it intersects with relationships, expectations, and the pressures of legacy. For Kurt and those closest to him, his wealth has been both a blessing and a source of profound emotional impact. Russell's family has long been central to his life, and his fortune is intertwined with their security and well-being. Children, partners, and extended family members benefit from the fruits of his career, but such substantial wealth inevitably comes with challenges. Managing expectations, addressing concerns about inheritance, and ensuring fairness are delicate matters, and in some cases, these responsibilities have brought both tears and tension. Family members, while grateful, sometimes feel the emotional weight of living within a legacy of immense success, understanding that stewardship of such a fortune carries responsibilities beyond ordinary life. At the same time, Kurt has always prioritized communication and prudence. He is known for handling his wealth thoughtfully, using legal instruments, trusts, and carefully planned estates to protect both his family and his legacy. This approach ensures that the fortune is preserved across generations, but it also underscores the reality that great wealth is never simply a source of happiness. It requires management, accountability, and emotional maturity. Public attention adds another layer of complexity. Fans and media are fascinated by Kurt's fortune, and scrutiny can sometimes intensify family pressures. Interviews, speculation, and rumors amplify the challenges of maintaining privacy while protecting loved ones. For someone as private as Russell, this aspect of wealth management is often as taxing as the financial planning itself. Yet he navigates it with the same steady focus and discipline that have characterized his career, balancing public interest with personal discretion. Despite the challenges, Kurt's legacy is one of inspiration, not just in film, but in life. His fortune is a symbol of decades of hard work, strategic thinking, and resilience in an industry known for fleeting success. Beyond the monetary value, it represents the dedication, foresight, and discipline that have allowed him to thrive both professionally and personally. Family members, while sometimes overwhelmed by the scale of the wealth, also recognize its benefits. It ensures stability, opportunities, and a lasting legacy. More importantly, it carries the values Kurt has consistently demonstrated: integrity, responsibility, and care for those he loves. Every decision about his fortune reflects thoughtfulness and foresight, aiming not just for comfort, but for the emotional and practical well-being of those closest to him. Ultimately, Kurt Russell's story is not just about the money he has accumulated, it's about the human impact of wealth. It highlights the balance between security and responsibility, the emotional challenges of legacy, and the profound ways in which success can shape family dynamics. While his fortune has the power to elicit awe and even tears, it also tells a story of careful stewardship, love, and a life lived with both purpose and prudence. Kurt Russell leaves behind more than a fortune. He leaves a legacy, one that combines cinematic excellence, financial wisdom, and deep personal care for the people who matter most. And in that legacy, his family, his fans, and the world see not just wealth, but the enduring imprint of a life thoughtfully lived.